Nightmare Alley is a movie from Guillermo Del Toro. It's a movie I wanted to watch for a long time, but unfortunately it just wasn't available in any cinema near me. But it's just come out on V.O.D. fairly recently, so I finally got the opportunity to watch it. And I really wish that I didn't. Let's talk about why. So as I mentioned, this movie came out a long time ago, but it wasn't available in any cinema near me. I'm starting to think my local cinema isn't actually very good. This movie was also recently nominated for the Best Picture Academy Award, although I don't know why, other than it being a Guillermo Del Toro movie. Although looking at the candidates for Best Picture, it's clear last year wasn't a great year for movies overall. A couple of good ones in there, and I'm delighted Coda actually did win for Best Picture, because surprisingly, it was the best movie of last year, and the best movie of last year actually wins the Best Picture Academy Award. That's more shocking than Will Smith slapping anybody. But nonetheless, this movie had a lot going for it before I watched it. It's a Guillermo Del Toro movie, which you know is always going to be something unique, something special, and usually something quite interesting. The cast is sensational, including the likes of Bradley Cooper, Toni Collette, Willem Dafoe, Ron Perlman, the list goes on and on. And then on top of that, of course, as I mentioned, Best Picture Academy Award nomination. And overall, I was really looking forward to this movie going into it. And I started watching it, and it was quite interesting right from the very beginning. The opening scene shows Bradley Cooper dragging a dead body across a house. Doesn't get more intriguing than that. How did he get there? Who's he killed? All that. Then somehow we end up at a circus, and it just really goes downhill from there. I'm not going to run through the story. We'd be here all day if I did. Even though the movie's only 2.5 hours long, it's a long 2.5 hour movie. It feels like a 4 or 5 hour movie. While you can see what they're going for, it's just overall, weird to say this for a Guillermo del Toro movie, it's a poorly told movie. It's boring at times. The story jumps left, right, and center at times. It's very, what's the correct way of saying it? It's very disjointed. It's very confusing at times. And maybe it's just because your interest wanes so much, you go, wait, where did that person come from? Wait, why is that person doing this? It had the makings of a very good movie. It looks fantastic. Some of the cinematography in it is sensational. The acting within it is pretty damn good too. Bradley Cooper, I think, was nominated for Best Actor. Might be wrong there, but I think he was. And the slow pacing of the movie normally isn't a big thing with Guillermo del Toro movies. Hellboy is very slow paced, but it's very interesting. Shape of Water is slow paced, but it's a very well told movie. Nightmare Alley is slow and makes slow things seem fast. Yeah, I think that sums it up. It's so slow, it's so just draining and so difficult to watch. I can only imagine how many people in the movie theaters got up and walked out because they were just so bored. I watched this at home on VOD, as I mentioned. It's out on Disney Plus here in Ireland. I'm not sure if it's the same everywhere else. So I had the luxury of being able to pause it and, you know, go off, make a coffee and come back. But other people didn't have that luxury. Other people had to just sit through it for 2.5 hours in a movie theater. It's a shame to say that about Guillermo del Toro movie. I'm sure there's people out there who disagree and say, I loved the... I don't even know what you love about this movie. It's just all so shit. Now I could sit here all day and say, I like this scene, I didn't like that scene, blah, 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 we'd be here for hours. I just sum up and say it's shit. It just is. So when it comes down to a rating out of 10 for Nightmare Alley, it's short, simple, and sweet here. It's a 1 out of 10. What else could I possibly give to this movie other than to say the poster was cool and the credits were good. I enjoyed when the credits rolled. That was pretty cool. And I was glad when it was over. I think that sums it up.